Hey Alexis, what y'all got going on this Friday night? Hey Janelle, I told you I was gonna try to start doing more girl chats. So, are you? Dang, what happened? Are y'all still here? OBS keep on crashing. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all still see me or hear me? Okay. I don't know what's going on with this. I'm using OBS. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if I need to update it or what. But yes, welcome to Girl Chats, Miss Unique TV. Hey Josie, hey Christina. Janelle, what you doing watching me at work? Attempting a roller set on my hair under the dryer right now, and yes, we are here. Well, what kind of I hate roller sets. First of all, that's something I do not miss about having loose hair. Because mine never turned out right when I tried to do it myself. But other people, maybe, other people it worked, but for me, I hated it, especially when I started on wet hair. I could never quite get it tight enough on the roller while it was wet, and so it just never turned out right. But I hope yours does. Hey Kayla, you still watching This Is Us? Oh, I was at one point. I don't know. I fell off it. I fell off because I was watching something else. Um, yeah, I had rewatched season one, and then I think I fell off from there. Don't tell, girl. We be chilling at work. Hey, if you just know if you get caught, don't blame me. I just finished Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if y'all know if y'all watched that show, but they just had the last season, and the last episode aired this week. So it's like, the full, like, it's series finale, and I think they're doing a sequel. So that's what I've been watching, and because I was trying to catch up with that. And then what else did I tried to watch White Lotus. I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but a lot of people were talking about how good it was. But I watched the first episode and I just wasn't interested. It didn't interest me. And whenever I looked it up on Reddit, everybody was like, well, if you don't like the first episode, you probably won't like the series. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to give it much of a chance after that. Oh, have you seen Forever? Yes. You think it's just okay? I don't think it's as like groundbreaking or I'm not going crazy over it. And then again, like I'm also like 30 in my 30s, so I don't think it was made for me. But I think it's a cute show. I enjoyed it. It kept my attention even though it had its slow moments. But I'm one of those people that I just like blackety black shows. So it was blackety black, and it also I feel like the acting was good. um I do feel like there were a couple of like plot holes that I was just like, okay, this doesn't make sense. Like the fact that like the fact that old girl, she had that tape that her ex put out on her, and that's the reason why she left the school, but she never told her mom. So she ended up going to a different school that her mom had to pay for, work two jobs to, pay for her to go to, but the mom never questioned why she left school in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, that part didn't really make too much sense to me. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. I was happy to hear that they're gonna get a season two. I'm glad that they're using like lesser known actors for this show. I like to see, give some other people a chance. We see a lot of the same actors over and over and over. I like to see fresh faces. It was cute. It was cute. It wasn't anything, I don't know, it wasn't like, I don't know, nothing that I'm just like going crazy over. You know how everybody was going crazy over Sinners? They kind of had the same hype around this show a little bit, and I'm just like, okay, it ain't that good, but it's good enough. It's cute enough. Right, I'm too old at 35. Right. It just I was too old. Like I felt weird like when they were having like the sex scenes and stuff like that. These are supposed to be teenagers. I know they grown. Like the actors that are playing them are grown. They're like 26, mid 20s, but still I feel awkward the same way I felt when watching Euphoria. Like these are supposed to be teenagers. So I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable with sex scenes, period. I fast forward every time. But especially when it comes to teenagers, it's like, and then they're supposed to be virgins too. You know. I'm gonna get to Love Island in a second, but yes, I thought the mama knew because she said she seen how the daughter's attitude was different. She didn't think to act. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're making like, especially now, now that I'm about to be a parent myself, if my daughter is going to a prestigious school, she has a scholarship, and something major happens to where there's a shakeup, and I pull my daughter out, or my daughter wants to leave, or she's I don't know, suspended, or what's the word, I'm expelled, and she's expelled from the school, she can't come back. I don't remember the details behind it, but they didn't give her the reason. Like, the school knew what happened because everybody else knew what happened. The moms and stuff knew what happened because that's how she got outed to old boy's mama. But her mom never found out. That's a little bit unbelievable to me. Cause also, parents these days be online, and even if they find out super late, they gonna find out eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, did nobody DM her? Like, nobody on Facebook, say a little snarky comment. Well, that's why your daughter was caught up on video. Nothing. That's very unbelievable to me. And then, like I said, you go from having, scholarship to this school that you got pulled out or expelled or whatever, got to go to this school. Now I got to work 2 jobs for you to attend this other school, and I'm not going to have any questions as to why this change occurred. Yeah, it has some very like graphic sex scenes. Yeah. Hey Jamila. Yes, I'm an adult and I prefer my main characters to be adults as well. Yes. Yeah, that's why I couldn't get into Euphoria. Lovey Simone is on the up and up though, so happy for her, the main character. Yeah, I love her. I loved her on Greenleaf. She was one of my favorite characters on Greenleaf, even though she got on my last nerve. Didn't want to listen to nobody, rebellious. Low key ended up in a relationship with that abusive boyfriend of hers on the show. But I always thought she was good on that show. I feel the same. I love Sex and the City, and I know it's a comedy, but I wish I could watch the censored version. Yeah, that's how I feel about that show too. Like, sometimes I'm like, this is a little too much. I'm gonna fast forward, skip 10 seconds, skip 15 seconds over and over and over and over and over because I don't want to see that. I don't. And honestly, I feel like, especially these days, it's unnecessary. Like, we know, okay? If y'all show them kissing, you know how like on Martin, when him and Gina would get into an argument, and then the next thing you know, they're making up, and we see them kissing all on each other, and then they fall behind the couch. We don't have to see what's going on behind the couch. We know what's happening behind the couch. If you're an adult, you can, you know what I'm saying? We can read between the lines. So I don't actually have to see these people simulating whatever it is y'all want me to, like, I get it, okay? And I know they use that as a way to show, okay, they're taking the next step in a relationship, or somebody's cheating on their wife, and yes, they went all the way. Like, there are ways to do it without having to be so graphic. And I've never not gotten, I've never missed the plot of a story by not watching that scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unnecessary. I feel like the little brother came out of nowhere. I thought the dad had an outside child because I didn't see him until he was at the baseball game. No, he was in the beginning. Remember, he wanted to play something with his brother, and he wanted to play the game or something, and he was too interested in texting her or something like that. The brother was in the beginning, but he just wasn't a prominent character. Samantha scene, oh my goodness, hers were always a little bit too much. Miss a fade to black. Thank you. It can fade to black. Like, even if you show them, like, you know, taking something off and rolling around, and then all of a sudden, you know, move to the next thing. Like, it really doesn't take you actually getting down and dirty. Like, we don't have to see these people's anatomy. It's uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Yes, close the door moment. Thank you. Walk in the room and close the door. We know what's going down. Like, we don't have to see exactly what they did. Let me see. Side question: do you ever miss your loose hair as a lock natural? Not yet. To be honest, I haven't at all. Not yet. I always say yet because, you know, maybe at some point I would. Sometimes when I see afros, I'm like, oh, yeah, I used to wear an afro. But then it's like, I don't miss. I feel like I've done every natural hairstyle there is to do. And I don't know. I feel like I'm like in love with my locks right now. And forever, I was okay with the first one. They lost their virginity because it was realistic, but the other ones were definitely unnecessary. It kind of reminded me of Love and Basketball, which I never really sat down and watched that full scene either. Like when she lost her virginity. That was so uncomfortable. Oh my goodness, it's so uncomfortable. It as if losing your virginity isn't uncomfortable in real life. Now we got to witness somebody else lose their no. And it can't be as accurate as it really is. So just leave it alone. I feel like today's TV movie writers are looking for ways to they're looking for shock value, so they are very explicit with the sexual gory scenes. They've forgotten the beauty of implying. I agree with that, because when you look at older stuff, it's like we enjoyed it more. Like, allow us to use our imagination a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to see every dirty detail. You don't have to break. Like, it's almost as, do you think we're dumb? Like, do you think we can't comprehend that's the way it feels sometimes, like everything is just dumbed down. Like, I don't know. A little bit too explicit. Like the Jeep scene, what teenagers doing all that. What happened in the Jeep scene? Did I fast forward through that? I probably fast forward through that, y'all. I don't remember the Jeep scene. Yes, fade to black or something. I shouldn't feel embarrassed at my grown. Thank you. And that's the thing. Like, some things you kind of have to screen before you can even watch it with your family or watch it with your. I don't want to watch sex scenes with my mom. Like, I don't want to. She doesn't even watch stuff like that. My mom watches Little House on the Prairie. My mama watches Matlock. Like, she's not trying to watch, and I don't even want to turn something on where it could possibly be inappropriate in that way. I feel the same way with my mother-in-law. Like, I don't I don't, and why are you throwing that in there? The show didn't even call for that. So that's something I could never watch with my mom ever. Never, ever, ever. Trying to normalize it. I ain't falling for the freaked out. Yeah, everybody's freaked out. What's going on? Can we leave? Can we please like reel it in? And it's crazy. Well, never mind. I ain't gonna say that. It also pisses me off because it's advertised to young teens. True, because the show is about teenagers, so you can't say the audience is not going to be teenagers. Teenagers are going to be watching this show, and I don't even care if the teenagers are doing what's happening in the show. There could be like some that are not, and y'all are promoting that. So I also miss a slow burn. Gotta wait 3 seasons. You know what's a good slow burn? Late a show that's come out recently that has a really good slow burn for me. Abbott Elementary. I don't know if y'all watch that show. I don't ever talk about it on here, but I love it. It's one of my favorite shows right now. But yes, like Greg and Janine, you see it from the beginning, but it literally take what? Is this the third season? I think it takes at least like 2 or 3 seasons for them to get to the point where now they're in a relationship. And I like when it takes a minute. Like, give us something to chew on. Give us something to think about. Give us a will they won't they storyline. Them dating other people. Like, I like the way they did that. It didn't happen overnight. You probably fast forwarded. It was facing a place while she was through the summer. Child, I definitely fast forward through that. I did not know that happened on the show. That's I'm telling y'all, as soon as I feel it coming, I fast forward quick. I don't even let it get started really. I heard Euphoria was off the chain, so I did not. I don't even know how I watched Euphoria. I'm ashamed to say that I've watched that show. It's really that graphic. It's pretty bad. And I had to keep my finger on ready on with that show. I love Abbott. I'm glad y'all like Abbott. I was gonna say, please don't say the bear because I ain't going. Yeah, I tried to watch the bear. Is the bear good? I barely made it through half of episode 1. Because everybody was saying the bear is good. The bear is good. I just couldn't get into it, y'all. If y'all will recommend it and say it's good, I might try to give it another chance, but I could not get into that show. Oh yes, I love Abbott. I love a slow burn. I'm a Greg and Janine. You're a weapon formed against Janine and Greg. Why? Why? I think because the characters are teens, there should be more modesty. Sometimes it feels like the camera is exploiting a minor. Right. And I know these are adults once again, but it doesn't feel right watching it as, a grown adult. Even with Ava and the IT, yes. I like that too because it didn't happen overnight and she wasn't really interested. She was secretly interested because he was fine, but his job was throwing her off. And, we kind of seen them over the episodes, kind of like, maybe they will work, I don't know if they will in the long run because she seemed like she wants somebody with money, but that was cute. I love Abbott Elementary. I'm so glad y'all like this show. Yeah, I don't care for Janine. Would y'all want me to talk about it? Like, I didn't realize so many of y'all like the show. Yeah, I don't care for Janine with Greg. I wanted to see Janine with the Latino guy for a season. Wait, who was the Latino guy? Y'all remind me. I forgot. Cause I remember she was dating that the rapper Victor, what's his name? I saw one scene of Euphoria and then like the vibe, it felt corny. It was not worth it. I mean, Zendaya's really good in her role, But it's just some weird stuff about that show. I was the same way. Clocked the first episode. The bear was not it. Yeah, I just could not get into it. The bear is too slow and kind of all over the place. But Janine and Greg are cute in their own way. I just felt like they were too obvious of a choice. I mean, sometimes obvious is sort of like how on The Office with I can't remember their names, but y'all know the Office couple. It was obvious from the beginning that they liked each other, but it just took a minute for, her to break up with her man. They kind of was missing each other at some point, and then they, kind of fell into each other. It kind of reminded me of that. Dare I say, these freaked out shows based around high schoolers is paving the way for I get what you're I get pick up what you're putting down now. I want the Latino man for myself. He's the guy from the guy from the district. He was fine. He was. But it just made more sense for it to be Greg. All right, I'll have to give Abbott Elementary a try. His one play. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. If you like black sitcoms, well, I'm not even gonna say black. If you like sitcoms, if you like, if you've ever seen The Office, it's really like a black The Office, but it's centered at a school. No, but Zach Fox is so handsome. Who is Zach Fox? The lead of The Bear. The Bear is great, but it's a slow burner. Her coworker from the admin plays Manny. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Her and Manny should have been a thing for a while, but I think her and Gregory are gonna have something that breaks them up. I do. I think a breakup is coming. It has to, because they're together and it's like too happy, if that makes sense. Like something's gonna happen to where they're gonna have to break up. It's going to be awkward around the school. Perhaps they'll start dating other people once again. Maybe maybe she might date Manny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. Jim and Pam. They are Jim and Pam from The Office. Seriously. Like, you saw it from the beginning with Jim and Pam. Like, he was looking at her, trying to impress her, trying to, talk to her. And she was stuck with this no good dude. Very much like Janine with her ex-boyfriend. As funny as he was still a bum. You know what I'm saying? So, it does have some similarities there. There's a medical show with the same style as Abbott, but it's not as popular. I tried to watch it since I work at a hospital, but I couldn't fully get into it. What's the name of it? Oh, Saint Dennis. Okay, I might try to watch. I like stuff like that, like dry, sarcastic humor. Zach Fox. Oh, that's who plays Tariq. Okay, I don't know these people's real name, but he is very handsome. He is very handsome. Um, Especially when he lost that weight. Yeah, but I think Greg is handsome too. Have you ever watched Superstore, Zach Fox? Oh, no, I've never seen Superstore. Do you watch the Upshaws? I've seen, I want to say, a season and a half of that show. It's one of those shows that I would kind of like put on in the background while I'm doing hair. It's cute. It's not something I would just sit up there and like, ooh, I gotta tune into the Upshaws. I can't miss an episode. But it's all right, Like I said, if it's a black sitcom type of show, you kind of got me reeled in. I'll give it a chance. All I know is they better be in game. They're for sure in game, but they gotta have their ups and downs. Especially if they're gonna be realistic. Jonah and Amy, Ben and Leslie, Parks and Rec. I've never seen Parks and Rec. But you really do not like Janine and Greg together. Oh my goodness. Like, I I never. I'm like clutching my pearls. Oh my god. Like, I was praying for them to get together from day one. So let's see. Um, we can talk about Love Island now. I guess I'm gonna ask y'all. Do y'all want me to review Love Island? Um, I just don't know if it'll ever be as good as last season. I don't know. I don't know that it will live up to the hype. That's why I was kind of nervous to watch it. Like, I don't even know if I want to, because I never really. I watched the season with what's her name, Cache and Trina and Cinco. You know, I watched that season, and I didn't finish it because I didn't like the way Cache and all of them got eliminated. I didn't like how that happened. And I didn't like the winners, Olivia. But then last season kind of like reeled me back in. Like, you know, y'all already know. Y'all watched me review it. But it's almost like it was too good. Like, this next season could never compare. Like, could never. I think we just have to watch with an open mind. It's hard. It's hard when you end off on like a high of Serena and Cordell winning, and then we still see them winning, like just in life. Like, we see them on red carpets, we see them in photo shoots, we see, you know, Cordell, he's gonna be acting, he's gonna be in, you know, TV shows. We see that Serena, you know, is doing her thing with the fashion. And I know they're coming out with a spinoff with PPG in it. I don't think Cordell's gonna be in it as much. So I guess that's gonna be cute. I don't know. They gotta come harder this season because they got some big shoes to fill. That mean and from what I've seen from the cast, I guess I could pull up the cast. Let me see if I can find a picture with the cast on it. You know, I like the fact that they included some black girls. Let's see. What season is it? Season 7? Let me see. Is this it? So little, I can barely see. I think these are the people. Okay. Let me try to add this on here real quick. Oh, it's not letting me change it. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to add this picture. Browse. Why won't it? Okay, here it is. Let me see. Sorry. There we go. Okay. There we go. I don't know why I chose this picture because I could barely see anybody. But that's the cast, you guys. It really does feel like they tried to like get a Serena lookalike, get a Janae lookalike, get a Leah lookalike. Let's have a new PPG. Let's get a short king to replace Cordell. Like, Love Island is for young viewers too. I just watched due to who won. Maybe a weekly review. Maybe so. Is Love Island worth it? It was last season. I can't vouch for all the rest of the seasons, but it definitely was last season. I feel bad for this new cast. Literally last season got an alley-oop. New production, new editor. Is that why it was so good? Unpopular opinion, I can't stand Leah. Never liked it. That's not unpopular over here. If you watch my reviews, y'all should know how I feel about Leah. I don't feel like she truly is a real friend to Janae. I feel honestly, and this is how I feel about them current day. I feel like they have to keep up this PPG thing because that's their brand at this point. Um, but I don't even see like Leah and Janae being real friends. Maybe their guys are friends with each other and they're cordial, but I don't see. Now I can see Leah and Serena really being friends, and I can see Serena and Janae really being friends, but them being friends with each other, I don't. Especially after how she did Janae. Yeah, no, I really didn't like her after that. And then even with the whole situation between her and Olivia, um, I don't know. I feel like she just gives like spoiled rich kid vibes, and they just let a lot slide with her because they don't want to hear her mouth. That's what she gives to me. And I secretly feel this way about Janae and Kenny. As much as cute as they are, and as couples goals as they are, I wouldn't be surprised if secretly behind the scenes they weren't really together. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just film content together and then go their separate ways every night. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong about that. They could be genuinely in love, but there's something about Serena and Cordell that feels like a real couple. And even though I didn't believe in Leah and Miguel, I didn't truly believe in their relationship. Something about their relationship feels a little bit more authentic than Janae and Kenny. It's something off about that, and more so on Kenny's end. But I feel like Janae is someone who would also play along in order to like keep the brand going, if that makes sense. Oh, I talked about Money Long last video, but I could talk about it again once we are done talking about Love Island. I don't like Leah either. Don't judge me, but I only really like the Aussie girl. Janae annoyed me low key. Serena was low key mean and dangled carrots in front of Cordell until she really wanted him. I saw it from a different perspective with Serena. I feel like Serena really was trying to protect her heart, and deep down really did like Cordell, and that's the reason why they're able to be so connected now because they had an instant connection once she gave him a chance. Um, Especially being that they're from the same place. I feel like Leah got away with the things that she did. I totally agree. Totally agree. Especially at the reunion when everybody saw that Leah was the breakout star and she got all those millions of followers. Everybody was kissing her butt after that because they wanted to be in her good graces because they didn't want her fans to come after them. Even, I feel like even the host was giving her an easy time because of that. Um, Based on the clips I've seen of her, she does seem like a mean girl who would be nice to your face, then talk mess about your behind your back. Who y'all talking about? Oh, Leah. Yeah, I feel that. Don't get me started on Miguel, child. He just wants a green card. No, okay. Miguel's doing what he has to do to stay in America. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Serena is the glue that keeps them together. Over time, though, it seems like Serena has gotten closer to Janae. I agree. Pinky, yes, I thought it was just me. I don't see the chemistry it's giving just for the cameras. All the couples, to be honest. I really don't get that from Cordell and Serena. But I don't know. It's not that I don't get that from Leah and Miguel. I do think Miguel has his like um ulterior motives, but I feel like he's one of those people. He probably could be secretly, starting to like her now. You know what I'm saying? But Janae and Kenny, it's just straight. It feels like a business deal for real. I'm not seeing the chemistry at all. In the beginning, Serena was getting the ick from Cordell. It's because he was a little slow. He was acting a little slow when he was talking about how he wanted that Jesus deal, I think he wasn't presenting himself in the best light. When he first got on there, Leah posted a pic talking about you can't outdo the doer on Insta. What? Is she talking about because of this new cast and them trying to like possibly find a lookalike of her? Is that what she's talking about? Because she can't possibly be talking about her features, because you ain't even the doer of you're not even the originator of your look. The Kardashians are. So I know she ain't talking about that. And the Kardashians got their body type, lips, and everything else from black women. So don't even get me started on that. The Aussie girl was annoying too. She was there just wasting people's time, more invested in other people's relationships than her own. To be fair, there wasn't much for her to choose from. To be fair. I feel like Olivia was a little bit too real for all the men that were coming through there. Because she was going to say what's on her mind regardless, and they didn't want to hear none of that. I liked her. Y'all didn't like Olivia. I liked her. I feel like she stood on business. I still cringe at the two black girls fighting about eggs and Miguel. Oh, and Miguel didn't even pick either one of them, child. That is a little cringy. I think Miguel's type was that one girl. Yeah, Miguel's type was that girl he brought back from Casa Amor, because he lost his mind when he saw her. And Leah, low-key, even though I think she's dated black guys, she really wanted Rob. We all know it. But as far as his new cast, I mean, I can't really go. I don't have much to go off of. I saw the little commercial that they did, but I really have to see them in action. Not getting much from it. I heard one of them has already been canceled. Let me see which one. Which one? I think it's the one in the pink shorts. The guy in the pink shorts. He's a 45 supporter, so everybody was canceling him already. I was like, dang, y'all, the show ain't even came on yet, and everybody already ready for you to go. They was like, we ready for him to be voted out already. Is his name Austin? Yeah, I think his name is Austin. I was seeing something about it on Twitter. I didn't really look into it too much. But yes, the one, I think it's the one in the pink shorts. Yep. And then another one of these girls, I don't know which one, but one of them was wearing box braids and got caught saying the N-word or something like that. I really didn't even get into it. I'm like, dang, already? The show ain't even started yet. And then another girl was on TikTok dancing, talking like, oh yeah, this is why the guy didn't return my phone calls, because he's on Love Island. I'm like, allegedly Jeremiah was dating a girlfriend. Okay, now which one is Jeremiah? I think that's who I was just talking about. Do you know which one he was? I think he's the one in the middle. I don't know which one. But they said the girl said she was talking to him, and the next thing you know, he popped up on Love Island. The black men are gonna love her. Right. Okay. Love black features on somebody that's not black. Yes, the red trunks. Okay, so he's the one in the red trunks. He's the one in the middle. He's the one that was talking to some girl, and she was like, oh dang, like she saw him in the promo for Love Island, like, oh, we was just talking, like, I guess it's gonna be messy. That's what it sounds like. It's gonna be real, real messy. But I'm gonna give it a chance. If it's decent enough, I will talk about it. If I feel like it's enough for me to talk about, I might. I hope it's a joke, but someone said Rob. Rob. Don't nobody want to see Rob, and don't nobody want. Let me speak for myself. I do not want to see Rob. For what? Rob has had 2 chances on this show already. Why are we bringing back Rob? He wasn't that interesting the first time around, and then you could tell he got tired of being on the show. He started treating the girls bad and everything. Like, we don't need Rob on this show. That's okay. Find a lookalike or something. Like, I rather see an imitation Rob than have Rob back. We don't need anybody from the original, from last season to come back. Because every time y'all bring somebody back anyway, it's always a flop. Like, even when they brought people back last season, it was a flop every single time. It didn't land. Besides Rob. Rob was a lame. The producers loved them some Rob, so I wouldn't put it past them. I really don't get it. But didn't Rob get caught with some pictures last year? I need some Asians. Where the Asians at? That's a good question. Like, have they had Asians on this show in the past? Because I haven't watched all the seasons, but I don't remember any on any of the seasons that I did watch. But yeah, you guys, I don't know. I think it was something else I was going to talk about. Did somebody bring something? I remember Kendall, but Rob did too. Rob did too. Rob did too. Rob had similar pictures to Kendall. Rob is the golden white boy they like to make than the main character. You would think they would learn from last season that y'all need to go with what the crowd, like what the audience wants to see. The audience is not trying to see a Rob. Maybe some people, and yes, to have a Rob on the show, but you need to go with who the main characters are. You need to go with where the story is going. Oh, you want to speak on Moneyline? Oh yeah. So I talked about this already on my last live. Oh, I want to talk about Brian Mcknight too. Oh, I want to talk about Nose Jobs too. I'm gonna make this quick about Money Long because I feel like I already did this. But for those who don't know, Money Long was criticizing black women because she was like the only people. Let me take this off the screen because I ain't talking about this no more. She was saying like the only people that criticize my personality are black women, and just going off about black women. I act like yo raggedy mamas and grandmamas, and then when black women were like, we didn't even know that you were being criticized. We didn't even, we supported you, like the majority of us, like what's going on here. And she kind of doubled down on it and was like, majority of my support comes from the Philippines and from Brazil. And a lot of people like, well, a lot of people in Brazil are black too. This is my thing. With Money Long. This is my thing with that mentality. Speaking from experience, majority of my audience is black women. Therefore, whenever I get any sort of critique, whether it's haters or trolls, most of the time my haters and trolls are going to come from the same community that makes up my audience, right? Black women. But I would never get online and just categorize all black women and paint them with that same brush, because black women are the reason why I have the platform I have today. They've supported my businesses. They've, supported my videos, like, comment, shared. I just could never get on here and just point the finger and say black women, and wag my finger at them, knowing that most of my support has come from them. I could never do that. And I feel like it's so easy for a lot of these creators, a lot of these celebrities to come in and go off on black women just because you have a few of them criticizing you or hating on you or saying nasty things to you. You wouldn't do that if some white people came in and did that to you, or you wouldn't be so quick to do it. Because a lot of times when they receive hate, like real hate from the palm color community, it's more so with their head hanging low. Like, I can't believe I'm receiving this. I can't believe, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people are attacking my family. It's definitely not like this and going off and being nasty. And it's like we don't even get the benefit of the doubt before you start going off on us. And I saw some people give a different perspective, saying, you know what I'm saying, well, you can't tell people how mad to get when they get attacked. Yes, but that doesn't give you the right to attack everyone else and just put us all in that basket. When we supported you, we are the ones that helped you get to that point. Played that song over and over, hours and hours. Got tired of hearing it. Okay, what was the other song? That Twins, Where Have You Been? We was the ones. We helped you, and then you come around and spit in our face like that. Let me see what y'all are saying. Our demographic already gets crapped on a daily basis. I don't appreciate her comments. Me either. It's a really simple concept that many seem to miss. Exactly. She's been in the industry too long for those type of statements. It's giving anti-black. I totally agree. Like, I think, there's a better, like, you didn't have to say black women. You could have said the trolls. You could have said the haters. But to single black women out was unnecessary, because you act like white people don't get in other people's comment sections and hate on white creators. You act like Asian people don't have an Asian audience that have haters. And like, your haters are a part of your fan base. Whether you want to like it or not, you don't like their comments or not, your haters are a part of your audience. That's being counted up in the demographic. If you look in your analytics and they tell you who consumes most of your content, your haters are not filtered out of that. Your haters are right in there with them. Like, the people that watch your videos, fans, haters, is two sides of the same coin. They're both supporting you. They're giving you comments, whether it's a good comment or a bad comment. It's a comment that is pushing your content through the algorithm. And the people that support you, your haters are gonna look like them, most likely. Unless, now I've had, like, other races come on and say nasty things. And then, not to mention, there are some people that are of other races and will put a black person as their picture, and you'll just assume that they're black when they're really not. It's a lot of people, trolls, that do that too. So you got to account for them as well. But I don't know. I just didn't like it. I felt like someone said, it's anti-black. It's anti-black, especially when black people are the reason why we know who you are. That you got pushed to the Philippines and to Brazil and, elsewhere. She was just complaining about how she got her music stolen by non-black people. And I'm sure you wanted us to support that. You wanted us to share that. You wanted us to speak up on your behalf with that. But then you'll be so quick to lash out on us and speak down on our name. I don't like it. Because it's not, obviously, black women aren't just haters, because if we weren't supportive, you wouldn't be as popular as you are. It's giving that same sentiment. That's why I was talking about it on my last video, because, you know, we were talking about AD and Ashley, and then we're talking about the call is coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the house. TikTok loves an undercover brother profile picture, and it's a whole white person. Right, right. It's my favorite genre of tweets are the ones that get exposed for pretending like they're black and they're actually not. Whether they say they post a picture of a black person and the person has locks and they'll call them braids, or vice versa, or they'll like try to have a new identity and they'll forget to delete their old tweets, you know, calling themselves black. I love it. I love it when they get exposed. But it just goes to show you, a lot of these people behind that those hate messages are not even black. I think it's because we're the scapegoat for everything. When something doesn't turn out how they want it, right? And no one's gonna come and speak up on our defense but us. And that's the sad truth. And that's why people feel so comfortable coming for us, because nobody's gonna come in and take the bullets for us. They're gonna just, you know, pile on. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. When people forget to switch their account, that's my favorite genre of tweet. What else the noses? Okay, so I was gonna do a whole video about this. I might still do it, but there's like this. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find a picture of her. Recently there was this black girl on TikTok. Let's see. Recently there was a black girl on TikTok, and her nose job went viral. Let me see. Ooh, y'all, why did it pull up Janae's nose job? I was not trying to do that. Oh my God, I can't find it. Is this it? Oh my God, y'all, I can't find it. Okay, I think this is like the picture. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay, this girl got a nose job, right? And it just started a whole conversation about black girls getting nose jobs, and, you know, finding a nose. If you are going to get a nose job, get one that's proportionate to your face. A lot of people brought up Tiana Taylor. If you're going to do it like Tiana Taylor. But every time a black girl gets a nose job, it seems like it's this pinched nose, and then it upturns like this, and it just doesn't look right. You can see right up your nostrils and everything. And people were bringing up Glorilla, because Glorilla recently got a nose job. And the way I feel about it, I agree. I think if you're going to do it, I think you should keep the essence of your nose the same. Like, if you're just, like, I would never do anything to my nose, but it needs to have the same shape. You can't just completely change the shape, completely change the size. It's just going to throw off everything on your face. Your nose is kind of what pulls everything together. especially as a black woman, you tend to have big lips, like prominent cheekbones and things like that. It just doesn't look right on us, like the small petite, Peter Pan type of nose. But my thing is, I agree with a lot of people that said, but y'all make fun of the noses. That's like one of the first things that y'all, like, black people will make fun of when we're joning each other. We'll say something about your nose, especially if you have a wide nose, a big nose. That is going to be clowned on. Especially when you think about Glorilla. Glorilla constantly, I would see it all the time. People would constantly clown her nose. And then when she comes out with the nose job, now everybody's shocked. Well, why would you do that? Why would you mess up your face? Because she's tired of the jokes. She's tired of the jokes. Now, unfortunately, a nose job, that's something that you kind of can't come back from. Like, once you get a nose job, you can kind of reverse a BBL, but a nose job, like, you kind of you stuck with that for life. And it's unfortunate because, especially if it's a bad nose job, it's kind of like a symbol of low self-esteem. I hate to say it like that, but it is. It's kind of like, oh, you didn't feel like your nose was adequate, so you decided to work on it and then you messed it up. It's kind of hard to fix after that. But I don't know. I don't look at these women that get the nose jobs, and I don't look at them and I say, I'm not trying to clown them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at, like, I really hate that you didn't see how beautiful you were with your original nose. Because most likely you look better with your original nose. Now, there's some people that have good nose jobs. I'm not going to lie. Tiana Taylor does have a good nose job. Who else did they say had a good one? Yes, hers looks on there. Yeah, the Keebler elf. Yeah. Glow looks a mess. I'm sorry. People always said something about her nose. Yeah. I don't like it. I personally think that, I personally think black girls just need to leave their nose alone. Like, every time I see a before and after, the before always looks good. Even if the after looks decent, the before always looks good. I hate it when Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta, her daughter, I hate it when she got her nose job. I hate it when Nene got hers and continues to do something. I hate what she did to her nose and just her look in general. Like, it was so unnecessary. I'm an ethnic feature fanatic, love a black nose, Arabic hump nose, Jewish Roman nose. They give you character. They give you character. Tiana got a nose job. Yes, ma'am. Go look at her before and after. I could see Glow fixing her teeth, but nose job. Yeah, fixing your teeth, I feel like that's different. I feel like nothing's wrong with fixing your teeth. Nothing wrong with getting a stylist. Nothing wrong with, getting your hair, whatever. But your nose, that's like something you can't. That's irreversible. Patti LaBelle. Her nose doesn't look like it looked like she came out the womb with that nose. And like, some people's noses look good. Maybe you got to find the right black doctor that understands black noses. Riley got a nose. Yeah, Riley Ben got a nose job a long time ago. They say Kelly Rowland had one. If Kelly Rowland had one, hers looks good. I couldn't tell. If she had one, you can't tell. I feel like those are the best ones where it's subtle and you can't tell. You got to kind of like squint, like, did you get a nose job? Or is that just contour? Those are the best ones. I don't like, now I know Cardi B's, I don't consider her black, y'all. But Cardi B's I feel like her whole look too extreme. Like, she's 2 seconds away from looking like Cat Lady. You're doing too much and you need to stop. Just let it go. End it right here because it's about to be to the point of no return. You can get reconstructive surgery after a bad nose job. Lots of people get 2 or 3 follow-up surgeries. But what I'm saying is, you can't add back to it. Can you? Maybe you can. But I just feel like once you take too much off, like maybe you took off a little bit, you could kind of, work with that. But if you took off too much, like, how you gonna get that back? Love Beyonce, hers looks. Now look, I got in trouble a couple of years ago when I said I believe Beyonce had a BBL, and I still believe that. Okay, after the twins, I feel like she definitely had one. I don't know about her nose, but if she did, it looks once again subtle. Can barely tell. Hot take. I'm glad you mentioned that Cardi B is not black, but they let her say that. Child, that's a endless argument, but exactly. Um, I feel bad for Kelly. Beyonce's mom said Kelly tried to bleach her skin. What? Beyonce's mom said Kelly tried to bleach her skin and they persuaded. Okay, I read that wrong at first. I thought Beyonce's mom tried to bleach her skin, but Kelly was trying to bleach her own skin. And I'm glad they persuaded her not to because, oh my goodness, Kelly has the most beautiful, rich, gorgeous brown skin. And I'm so sad that she wasn't able to see the beauty in that. Hopefully she does now. But she did not need to bleach her skin. That is so sad. You can use cartilage, fat bone from other parts of your body and put it in your nose. See, we're doing too much now. Kelly was clearly close to her mom because it seems like she didn't pour into her like mom should have. Seems like Tina took that role, and maybe because Kelly was a child star and they were doing a lot of traveling. Not to make an excuse for her mom, but maybe her mom had to work and she didn't have time to be there as present as Tina was. But that doesn't make up for now, or like I guess as she got older and started making money. Um, I don't know. I really don't know too much about her mom. Beyonce already has a shape. I think she had a mommy makeover. I'm not saying Beyonce didn't have a body. I'm not saying because she did. We all saw it, but it was something a little BBL-ish about her afterwards. After those twins, Kelly is beautiful. She definitely is. Um, I'm not sure, but it seemed like Tina did take on a mother role. It does. And then Kelly's dad was not in her life. You just never know. You never know what those dynamics are. I just I just take what people give me when it comes to that. They always claimed her as their daughter. Well, at least Tina did. She always claimed her as her daughter, so maybe she was like more like a mom to her than her own mom. You never know. Kelly's relationship with her mom is interesting. It seems like she kind of gave Kelly away to the nose because she was struggling. I mean, especially if she was a single mom, maybe that was just the best decision for her at the time. I mean, look how Kelly turned out. Maybe if she never done that, Kelly wouldn't be as successful as she is now. You just never know. BBL-ish. It's the high hips because the way I am not going to examine that woman's body and say why I think that. It just felt like that. And there's nothing wrong with it. If she got a BBL, I'm not even saying anything is wrong with it, but it just didn't feel like the original body she had. Okay, was there one more thing I wanted to talk about? Let me go back. Y'all, I came on here not having anything to talk about, and now I'm trying to like figure out what else I'm trying to talk about. The last thing. Oh, Brian Mcknight. I want to talk about Brian Mcknight. So, In case you've been under a rock, Brian Mcknight has pretty much disowned his children. He married this new racially ambiguous woman, and now claims her kids as his own. Um, his original set of kids, he had a Brian Mcknight Jr., but because he disowned those original set of kids that he had with his black wife, this new racially ambiguous woman, he had a baby with her and named that child Brian Mcknight Jr. And consistently gets online rubbing in the fact that he loves these kids and he doesn't care for his old kids. He feels like his original kids were born out of sin or something he said like that. I mean, just a complete, like, it's to me, it's on another level of deadbeat that I've never seen in my life. Like, he won't acknowledge them unless he's saying something negative about them. And even when he is supposedly uplifting his adopted children, he has to throw shade at his biological children. Like, I don't know, like, it's just something very evil and devious about it. Like, his black children, exactly. His black children. And so obviously he's received a lot of backlash from the black community about it, because we don't like that. We don't like the deadbeats, especially when you disown this set of kids for your non-black kid. Like, we don't like it. So I remember not too long ago, like, his children have spoken out. His biological black children have spoken out, have called him out. I even feel like they would be willing to have a relationship with him if he were to apologize, but he's being very, like, stubborn. And one of the kids that spoke out was one of his children who unfortunately had cancer. And I remember from his hospital bed, he was going off on Brian Mcknight. But he was still open to, if you want to come back and apologize, we're here open arms. But if not, just leave us alone. So recently, that son that was diagnosed with cancer, he passed away. And Brian Mcknight's brother, a lot of people thought it was Brian Mcknight himself, but no, it was his brother. They just look a lot alike. He got online and said some really nice things about the son, and how you could tell he had a relationship with him. And he said, I try not to get in the middle of things, and there's two sides of the story or whatever. I know he was trying to be nice and neutral and honor the child. He didn't want to bring any mess out there, but the truth of the matter is, Brian Mcknight should be ashamed of himself. He should be ashamed of himself that he had a sick child in the hospital, probably, for all we know, never went to go visit him. Your child is on his deathbed, and you still want to hold a grudge for whatever reason. Let's say the kids are just as bad as you said they were. You're not even going to make an attempt to make it right with the child that is on his last leg. And that's sick. That is sick. And now your child is gone. And there is nothing you can do to reconcile that relationship. It's over. If you wake up one day and say, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Oh my, it's too late. He's gone. And you let your child leave this earth with a broken heart, because regardless of what that child was saying out of his mouth, he wanted love from his daddy. And you over and over spit in his face every single time he reached out. That's sick. That's some sick business. And I will never support a deadbeat. I can't stand a deadbeat as it is. But for you to actively antagonize your children, and he has grandchildren and everything that he doesn't know. For you to do that, let me take this picture off the screen because we ain't talking about that. But for you to do that, and you just let your son pass away without y'all having any last words. As someone who did not grow up with their father, I personally feel for his son. To be publicly disowned by your father is another level of trauma. I totally agree, because it feels, like you said, it feels bad enough when it's private. Well, not private, but when it's on a level where, you and your community knows about it. But for millions of people, for you to do this in front of millions of people and constantly throw jabs, like I as a child, I would cry myself to sleep at night because my dad wasn't in my life. Why doesn't he love me? Why doesn't he call me? What did I do? What did I do for him not to want to take care of me? But you're over here taking care of somebody else's kids, because a similar situation was going on. He wasn't as nasty about it. I mean, he wasn't malicious like Brian Mcknight, but it's inherently malicious to take care of somebody else's kids and not your own, right? Um, but I know that feeling, but I can't imagine him rubbing it in on a wide scale. And proudly, I strongly dislike deadbeats. Me too. Brian is a terrible person. His self-hate runs deep. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Some strong self-hate. There's a special place for people like Brian Mcknight. Totally agree. Also, why did Brian get as much backlash as Chrisette Michele when he performed? I didn't know he performed at Trump's inauguration. I promise I didn't know that. It's crazy how Chrisette got all of that backlash. She literally got all of it, because I didn't even know Brian Mcknight performed at his inauguration. That's news to me. Wow, that's great. Chrisette really took. And you know what's even funnier? Chrisette really got canceled. Like, they shut all of that down. But we have Lil Wayne, we have Nelly, we have Snoop Dogg, we have who else? There's plenty of people, plenty of black entertainers that support him. They didn't get half the backlash. I feel like Nelly got a good bit, but and Snoop did too. Snoop deserved it though, because he completely did a 180 on what he was saying before, and then only to backtrack. So he deserved it. But they all deserve it. Like, they deserve to be just as canceled as Chrisette. But like Josie said, it's misogynoir. Don't be a black woman and do it. She performed with Travis Green. He's doing fine. That's great. Now, who is Travis Green? I don't even know who that is, to be honest. Let me see. Oh, I'm sitting up here looking up Travis Green TikTok. I just want to look up plain old Travis Green. Now, why is this? It's pulling up a white man. Hold on. Oh, I had to add an E to the end. Okay. I don't know him. Okay. I don't know him. Oh, he's a gospel singer. Okay. It's different when you're the child of a deadbeat. It definitely does. I'm telling you. I don't play with that at all. I don't play with that deadbeat mess. I will call you out every single time. I don't play with deadbeats. I'm not cool with deadbeats. I'm not friends with deadbeats. And when I see people that are friends with deadbeats, I'm not only am I getting on their head, I'm getting on your head, because why are you friends with a deadbeat? You better take care of your kids. They didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be brought into this world. And especially, it really hits different now that I am pregnant. Now that, you know, I am married. Um, my husband talks to my child in utero every night. Every single night, to the point where now she kind of responds to his voice when she hears it. And I'm just like, it's a beautiful thing, but at the same time it kind of can be bittersweet. Like, dang, like my daddy didn't care about me at all. Then for him to, for him to care so much about a baby that's not even here, and you dipped on me, it's crazy. Oh, intentional. Okay, I definitely heard that song before. I can't even date a man with kids. Is that real for me? Thank you. Thank you. I tried. But you know what? The one guy I did date that had kids, I think the reason why he got me is because he had primary custody of his kids. So I think he won me over because that's something that I respected. Like, oh my goodness, you actually are the one stepping up in this situation, and you have your kids majority of the time, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't for me. I'm gonna say that he wasn't for me. He was older than me. I was too young. He shouldn't even been looking my way. I was too naive. I was not ready to be nobody's stepmama. Don't even get me started on that. But I think that's the reason why he was able to pull me in, because I wouldn't have looked at him otherwise. But I was just like, this man is actually taking care of his kids. Daddy issues. Oh, Pinky, love this for you. Thank you. I feel bad for his kids. They didn't choose him to be their father. Exactly. I mean, unfortunately, all they can do is, I don't know. All they can do is just try to do their best to ignore him and, embrace the people in their life that want to be there. And when they have kids, do better by their kids. But I hate it. But y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. This was really good conversation, a really good girl chat. I had so much fun talking to y'all. I came on here with nothing to talk about and ended up talking for an hour and 18 minutes. I really did mean to. But oh yeah, I keep telling y'all I'm still gonna have the virtual baby shower. I'm thinking I'm gonna have it. I want to do it like a little bit before, towards the end of or the middle of next month. I don't know. I'm gonna do it towards the middle of next month. I haven't decided on a date yet, but I'm gonna let y'all know. Shout out to all the people who have purchased from the registry. I like y'all is I don't want to get emotional, but it's just crazy how I received so much support and like just so much love from every direction. And it's not even coming from direction I thought it would come from, but I'm just going to receive all of it. And I love the fact that y'all are so supportive. Y'all have been with me on this journey for so long. Y'all have supported me and put money in my pocket, whether it's my business or my YouTube channel or just any way supporting me. I really appreciate it, y'all. When is the next girl chat? I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing them randomly like this, y'all. Just whenever I have time and I'm not just completely exhausted. I'll hop on here and just keep your notifications on. And I love you back. I love you back, Mayo. Um, so yeah, I'll keep y'all updated. Keep your notifications on. Check out the community tab, especially if you want to. The links to the registry. This is the end of this video, so I'll just um check out my community tab, and then if you watch the replay, I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, you guys, I will see you